Chapter 19. The Ceremony. "What in the world does he think he's doing with my body?" Samoan asked as he neared the situation. "Is he trying to resurrect me?" Samoan soon realized his body wasn't being resurrected. It was going through a ceremony for the dearly departed. Looney floated over to its moonstone body that still rested in Samoan's shoulder pocket. Samoan's armor, clothes, and gear rested on a stool next to the ceremonial table on which Samoan's barely dressed body laid. All the body wore was a white sheet over his hips and legs. "I think they think you passed away, Samoan. This might be a funeral," Looney answered. "Oh, no, they don't. I'm not dead. All right. I need to get back into my body and everything will be fine." He slowly walked a circle around his unclothed corpse, his civility. In movies, ghosts can sit back into their body and animate it again. Do you think that's true? Looney sounded blissful. "I don't see why not." Looney's orb hopped back into the moon. "Here we go." Climbing up the table, Samoan's spirit sat into his body's stomach. His spirit rolled back into his remains. With the intense vibrations of realigning spirit to body, he shook vigorously on the table, his body jolting to life. A sort of heaviness pressed against him. He felt stiff as a board. Clarice was above the body on a pedestal, muttering in a strange language. When he widened his eyes, he watched the body twitter about. This cannot be. Air made it back into Samoan's lungs. He made his first breath, his bare chest arching high off the table. Memories flowed into perspective. He remembered the defeat of the tentacle beast. The beast imploded, sucking him under as he remembered everything going black. His fingers gripped the table. In a low groan, he cried out for the first person he could think of, Zayak. Hearing his name called, Zayak rushed to Samoan. "You're alive!" Zayak hugged Samoan tightly and squeezed. "Oh, thank the stars you're alive." Tears streamed down his face. Clarice rubbed his long, fake beard in disbelief. He muttered to himself, "This is why I dislike other creators. They make situations unpredictable." He clenched his fist and walked over to a pillar, pulling a staff out from behind it. The staff had a blue and black marble globe on its end. The length was made of gold wrapped in a swirl of silver lining. "Zayak." Samoan finally could raise his hand and gave Zayak a hug in return with a smile. "It's good to be back." "Oh, man, I'm stiff as a corpse," joked Samoan as he sat up on the table. "Hey, what's with the get-up?" "This was your funeral. Clarice said there was nothing he could do to save your life." "It's great you're back. I was giving up without you," Zayak said. "I don't know what we could do without you." Clarice's voice grew louder. "I know what you'd be doing without Samoan," Clarice responded to Zayak's statement. "You would have been my servant, and so would all your friends. I was going to animate your friend's body and impregnate his mind with service intellect. Then I'd have Diamond Tail give you all venomous bite of mind control, you see." Clarice lifted his staff. Samoan let out a cough. "You sound annoyed. Hey, all we want to do is to go to the Tree of Life. I promise you we won't be a nuisance." He looked right at Clarice. "I heard about your story on how you arrived here. If it makes you feel any better, I fell from Earth to the 5th level." Clarice smacked the end of his staff into the brick floor. "You disappoint me, Creator. You came to influence my palace, maybe reign on my throne. I will not have none of this. I should be the one and only who creates. No, I didn't come to influence anything. Like I said before, we are just passing by." Samoan glanced back at Zayak, then Isaac. "I just want you to know the universe don't hate you. Clarice, just like me, you had unusual circumstances that arose. Look at you now. You're a creator, right? You even have your own pyramid place." "You just want to exit the other side?" Clarice asked. "Yes, please." "Well, I am a creator, and I prefer to be the only one in this place. I made this place my own," explained Clarus. Zayak could sympathize. Zayak knew what it was like to be so caught up in the drama of life that escape sounded great. Escape seemed even better when one was in a realm where a thought could manifest any object into being. However, he knew on a deep level he desired the connection of others. It felt more complete to be inclusive. "It seems to me you are the king of this place. As ruler, would you please let us by? I don't think it's fair to keep people from making it to the Tree of Life," pardoned Samoan. "Fine," Clarus muttered to Samoan. Zayak interrupted. "You're not really alone or cut off, Clarus. Truly, I don't believe you can be. You have your snake." Clarus replied, "Yes, but I animated it with my thoughts." "It still acts as if it's separate from you. It even had a different personality, mate," intervened Isaac. "You feel cut off, and that's why you cut off others to the Tree of Life, I bet," continued Zayak. Clarus felt like he had trouble interacting with others, and this situation was no better. "Diamond-tail does act different and separate. What does that mean?" Clarus asked as he turned his head. His dark braids and colored beads dangled. Looney giggled. "We'll have to think about that one for a while." Grinning, Samoan slid over on the table and stretched. "I think just like you are a creator and animate the inanimate, perhaps someone else created and animated us. And if that is so, then we, in a sense, were uniquely programmed." Clarus stared off into a flame of the candle wick and watched it dance. Samoan's input lingered in his mind. Perhaps if all things come from the same energy that is the universe, then we are all one large entity interacting with itself. It's too much to ponder. Men, I'll let you exit the other side. I'm through with this interaction. Standing up, Samoan's sheet dropped. Realizing what just happened, he quickly snatched it and wrapped it around his torso. "Oops, I didn't mean to do that." Samoan's cheeks blushed as red as cherries. Looney had a big laugh at Samoan's embarrassment. At such a philosophical moment, no one would expect to see a man lose his privacy such as Samoan did. Zayak suggested, "Better throw your clothes and armor on." "Yeah, don't mind me. I'd like to get dressed now." Samoan imagined his clothes covering his body, then dropped the sheet. "That feels a lot better. Clarus, thank you so much for letting us through. Is it all right if we see you again? Perhaps next time we can play a round of spike ball with your minions." Clarus hesitated. He knew it'd take him a little longer to adapt to a social life. He changed the subject by giving the group instructions. "The exit from the other side that leads to the pathway to the Tree of Life is accessible through the top of the tallest pyramid. On the top block there is a large stone eye in the shape of a wheel. It can be rolled to the side. Beyond the stone wheel is the door. Enter and you will be transported to the 3rd level, where you will find the Tree of Life. Thank you, Pharaoh. I promise you we'll be on our way." From the ceremony hall, Clarus had shown the group to a small house-sized pyramid with a tan curtain door. This pyramid floated about a foot or two off the ground. It seemed mobile. "This must be how the pyramid clusters drift around," the crew speculated. It finally came to their attention that the brick walls with pillars floated at least just as much from the sand below. "You must stay in this miniature pyramid. Think of it as a guest room. When you are ready to begin your quest of leaving the other side, notify Diamond-tail and he will lead the way," the Pharaoh explained before he nodded and took his farewell.